This is my video game collection. That's my Xbox One running. Really good game, Car Mechanic Simulator, where you get to build your own cars. 2018 version. We'll start with this one, the original old school NES, and I even got the carrying case for the games. Holds 10 games. Got my rare ones in there. Contra, my 5 of my Mega Mans. I have all 6. I got the 6th one over here on the shelf. And so yeah, and then next up we got the 2 Fantastics. I just picked one up last night from the same seller, Scotty Blewett. So I got these 3 systems in the GameCube from Scotty on different times. And yeah, he's blue. I actually traded it for that Waterman back a few months ago. And then I said, Scotty, you still got the other system? Because I'll buy it back from you. I said, yeah, man. Well, here's the price. And I was like, okay, cool. And I got it. So, and yeah, there's GameCube. Got a wicked deal with that. It came with Luigi's Mansion Open Season for $100. And I got this at Value Village, a Wii. The aftermarket, yeah, I got it at Value Village also. The cube, aftermarket cube controller. So I got that for $30, and it's modded with Super NES games. The PS1, I only paid $7 at Value Village, but it does not work. It just needs a little needs a disk drive fixed. It's nothing but costs more to fix. I can pick one up for like 30 working. It's just for looks, but that controller is very useful. Since I don't have an authentic PS2 controller that works. They are a little more sparse sometimes. Well, around where I live. I have 2 PS2s. One in the case that was $40. This one out of the case was $14, but that memory card alone was actually $14 itself because it's the 32 megabyte memory card with the switch button where you could switch over to a different number for a memory block. Okay, so we move on to the Xboxes. So you got the original one. I got this just around the bend from where I live at a private seller named Jason. And I ended up only paying like $25. And reason why, it just came as the Xbox alone. I actually even had to carry a cord over just to make sure it worked. It had Destroy All Humans 2 in it. Got a real good bargain on that. And only thing I really needed, the door was jamming on it. So I opened it up, cleaned it all up. Wasn't really too much dirt in it, surprisingly. But Jay's a really good caretaker. And so it turned out, yeah, the belt on those doors that drives them, it's right on the front. But I usually just take the whole entire disassembly apart. That's my advice to you. Learn to do that. And I could show you in a video. And then just take the belt off and take a piece of Kleenex and just rub that around the belt. That gets the grime off it. And it'll run like Slick 50 till it jams again if it's been sitting up. Then move on to the 360. I didn't pay very much for it. Went to a pawn shop, came complete in box as you see, and I only paid $50. You can even see that it's still got a little bit of sticker residue from the pawn shop. Now the Forza Edition Xbox One, that's another story. That was almost $300. That was $285 with taxes. So yeah, not as expensive as the PS4 Pro I used to own. I wish I still had that. The The gravy was pretty good at $485, and I had an 8 terabyte for it, Seagate. I'm gonna get an 8 terabyte Seagate for this one also. Well, that's a collection. The games I got up here. NES. There's one Castlevania 6, Mega Man 6, the Mario's, let's give you a little look-see of what I got over here. What's that car putting out? Solid. Okay, so I got Contra down here, Double Dragon series, Kirby's Adventure, which is a little more common, but it's one of my favorites. Mega Man through to 5. Love the Mega Man series. I got the whole set, as you can see, and that was a collection I was searching for like crazy last year. I am gonna try to get the boxes for these. That's gonna be super hard because I'm gonna be getting the manuals, the posters, everything, the whole 9 yards. It ain't gonna be cheap, so I might just do one a year for over a 6-year basis. Unless they can go to the garage sale and they have all like six, like for like $6 or something like that, You'd be surprised what you can find at garage sales. Okay, so that's everything. I got a mint condition Mario Kart. Same guy, Scotty Blewett. If you need video games, cell phones in the area where I live, or you find them on Facebook, and you're in Canada, yeah, Scotty can sell you stuff. He's just freaking awesome. He has awesome prices. This one, I didn't pay a high price on, if you can believe it. And the Mario Kart, I only paid $50 because we've been friends for quite some time, and that's more like a $60 to $80 game. But yeah, Scotty treats you right. Same thing with the Cube. So yeah, just keep that down in mind. It's BUOTT, and it'll come up Scotty's Electronics. Sometimes I don't know if you can Google that, but that's the name of his business. He runs it right out of his house. He's actually put 3 kids through school, well, currently in school, and through his cell phone business and all that stuff. And all his cell phones are unlocked, and they come with a 48-hour warranty, so anything goes wrong, he can take it right back. He's just a good guy. I think he even covers tablets. Yeah, he does. So, covers gaming systems, Androids, tablets, iPhones, you name it. If you can't get one cheap in the store and brand new, and you could deal with the next to new one, or his might be like 2 months old because somebody didn't like it, then that's what you're probably gonna get with Scotty, and that's a pretty good deal. And when it comes to his phones, and the stuff that he gets in trades are pretty much immaculate. The GameCube I am gonna have to do a little cleaning. He said that too, but I don't. But he says, like, I got the skills, and I do. Like, that's the way I've been able to save on some of these systems. And the pawn shop owner, Terry, I knew him and I was friends with him. And this actually used to be my old system a few years back. I bought it brand new, and I sold it to a pawn shop, my friend Terry's. I went to buy it back, and back then the price drop was huge, and it was the last one on the shelf that was complete in box, so he threw a $50 price tag on. I said, Frankie, it's a 50 or take it or leave it. And I was like, it's a done deal. I know that system all too well. I only sold it just to get my Christmas shopping done. My first year living here. Because I was buying guitars like crazy. That's how bad it was, you know. Um, Speaking of my guitars, there's my only two I got. So, um, yeah, you just gotta watch yourself when you buy guitars. Don't overspend. Sometimes I got an awfully expensive one I'm paying off, and it's got a few accessories on it. It's a little modified. Now it's a traditional with this beauty on it, the string butler, and those things are super cool. So if you got a Les Paul and you want the strings apart from each other instead of too tight together, that's the best tool you'd ever want on a guitar. It just came out. It's only been out for a few months now. We're here, and everybody seems to love it. $70, and it's worth it because you're not going through the headache of getting those strings too tight together, and then they're not in a relaxed feel. That gives you a better bending technique. It sustains tuning better. Its overall technique is a better setup, and you don't have to pour out $300 to $600 on a elite set of Grovers to solve the problem and leave a bunch of open holes where your cloisons were, your cloisons were. Since that's a traditional, that's what it comes with. Surprisingly enough, the standard's back to the same weight as the traditional. I still say the traditional is heavier. Like, I'll show you how heavy this is. Here's what I call the hand test. You might laugh, but that's a heavy guitar. Now you go up to Strat. See, my hand has like a lot of free play. That's not too heavy, but it's just right. That's the only downfall of Les Pauls. They are super heavy guitars, but they got great tone because of that. Other than that, that's about it. Yeah. My advice to you, just go through Value Villages and secondhand stores. You would be surprised, and check the private sales like Facebook marketplaces for systems. You can find dirt cheap stuff out there. It's always available, and you'd be surprised. Like video games, I found an Xbox 360E for like $25, and I turned it over. And I had two controllers, and that's one of them right there. And I turned it over for $60. Like, you just gotta know how to fold and deal the cards. And I actually treated the person really good. I gave them 3 good and Xbox 360 games to start off with, and it was for her son, and they're happy. You know, that's the main thing. Like, if you can put a smile on somebody's face when you're selling these consoles, and that's all, you know, that's what it's about. You know, I pick one up and I can turn it over. I had a 64 recently, and it was a charcoal black one. I picked up for like $24 at a secondhand store at Valley Village, and only needed the plug. No, I had the plug, and it only needed the AV and the controller. So I got that, and I threw in 2 games, and the seconds I put it out for sale, a guy knew me all too well, and his phone actually sent him a direct message saying that I had something for sale. So he checked his phone, and then he just started putting down dibs, 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 dibs. My good buddy Tony Kazina owns Future Phone Tech and Repair, and he bought it for $60. So yeah, Tony's a great guy, and if you want to check that story out also, he's a real good level-headed guy. He also owns a cell shop. That's probably where you're going to find him, and he can do a ton of repairs that are licensed for like video game consoles. I do them, but I do it free of charge because I can't take money for it. If I do, then it's not legal because I don't have a business certificate. So that's another thing. Anyways, I'll see you later, and happy gaming.